is Tuesday, the podcast all about fighting games. My name is James Chen, and I am your host for today. And the first thing that I am going to have to do here on the stream is to ban somebody. Somebody's already banned him for me. Thank you very much. All right, there we go. We are going to be talking about everything, everywhere, all at once. And I don't mean the movie, although congratulations to the movie and all of the actors and actresses in it. Very, very, very happy for all of them. Shout outs also to Jamie Lee Curtis, who is been to an Evo and cosplayed as Vega Claw, aka Claw. But when I say everything, everywhere, all at once, I basically mean that there's a lot of fighting game news that has been going on, and it's crazy. A lot more than I was expecting to be able to talk about today, and hopefully I can get through all this. I'll try to go through it a little bit quickly. So we are going to start with the Street Fighter 6 stuff right away. Even though the Arc World Tour happened this weekend, we'll get to that at the end here because I just want to do these little breakdowns as quickly as possible. But again, if I miss anything in the chat, please let me know if there's anything else that you guys would love me to talk about, just because I'm missing things out. Yeah, and isn't that weird to think about that, Tattoo GG, that, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis winning an Oscar, she's been to Evo before? It's just a very weird thought. All about that is very, very interesting. In any case, let's go ahead and get started with some Street Fighter 6 over here. Let's turn on this display here, and now I am over here. I need to raise this camera up a little bit because I am too low. There we go. So this just came out today. I wasn't expecting to talk about this today at all, but this literally just came out. And so I'm going to go ahead and discuss this as soon as I try to do something else over here. Let's see. Can I move this any further? Yes, there we go. That makes it a little bit easier. So, they just released this literally today, which is some brand new footage of Street Fighter 6 with Zangief versus Marisa. And this gives us a lot more insight into about what Zangief does and what he's about. And to say my interest has been piqued is an understatement. But let's go ahead and go through this video real quick as normal. I'll go through it at the normal speed. We'll watch it through, and then I'll go over it again in slow motion. So if you're on YouTube, check the timestamps if you want to just jump straight to the actual analysis. So let's do this.
Show me everything you have!
Give me your best shot!
Round one. Fight!
And right away, there's so much, like literally in the first 5 seconds of the video, there's so much to process already. Oh man. But it's so funny because you know this is the fight that everybody wants to see here. Oh boy. And I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of grappler haters out there right now that are freaking out.
Where are you going?
Ugh! Zangief is dead.
Victory!
I like how Zangief doesn't bounce. Anyways. We'll talk about that. Yeah. Oh, tick throws.
Where are you going? Sweet dreams!
Marisa's gonna be super cool. I'm so excited for. Whoa. Dang, there's just so many things. Just, dude, the slap on the arm is the best. Because of the sound effect, dude. It's so cool. You just hear the... It's just like so cool. Oh no.
This is your last ride. Let's go.
Eat the Zon. Oh my god, it did so much damage. Eat the Zon is gonna be so happy. Yo. I wonder how much of these fights are actually like choreographed, or do they just play a bunch of matches until they get one match that's good? Dude, that ending, there's just so much to happen, so much to talk about. But shoutouts to Capcom again. I mean, dude, they are doing so much work in giving us so much information so quickly, and I love it. I love it. I love the fact that they're giving us so much information. I mean, literally, it could just be them playing a bunch of matches until they just found one that has a bunch of cool stuff in it. Yeah, this is more of the get in Zangief that I was hoping for, but we'll look at that in just a little bit. We'll look about that in just a little bit. I mean, Blanca had that match video against JP, so we definitely saw that. But yeah, again, at first I was like, the first time I saw Zangief with this body type, I was like, but now I'm totally used to it, and I kind of love it actually a lot. So yeah, no, that's the. So Forrest says he did the glowing green special dash a couple times, the drive rush, yes. So right away here, look at this. Zangief, what is this? Standing heavy kick? What is this? Like, is this actually an overhead? Is this an overhead? And nicely about this thing here, boom, he kind of has this roll. And obviously, if used at the right spacing, you can see Marisa's crouching light punch not being able to reach. Obviously, it looks like he's negative enough that he's pretty punishable, to be honest with you. He looks like he's pretty punishable here. Like, if you're close enough, you could punish him, and maybe some good middle range buttons that are fast will be able to punish, because it looks like he's still getting up there. So it looks like it's going to be pretty punishable. If you drive parry this, he'll probably die. It seems like you'll be able to get you have to space this really, really well. And if it is an overhead, that doesn't necessarily mean it's unsafe, because overheads in this game have been pretty safe, to be honest with you. Yeah, and it looks pretty slow as well, so we'll see how this goes. But this right here, you see that. So Zangief, we'll see it later on, armors with that standing fierce. Looks just like his previous armor here. Looks like just exactly like his previous armor from Street Fighter V. We'll see it absorb something later. But obviously, because Marisa has to charge up like this, they didn't want to let you armor through everything. And so, pow, we definitely see armor break here on the left side. So, for sure, there are armor breaks in the game. Well, the reward is a ground bounce, Dr. RB. Maybe not always, though, because it was a counter hit. We'll see that in just a little bit. And then, pow, there's that second hit. And whoa, that was interesting. Let me see here. It says armor break. Oh no, that's where the counter hit came from. Okay, yeah, the armor break was the counter hit, and we've got the special camera angle for the fixed follow-up hit. Whiffed here, tried to drive parry, a couple of lows here. There it is right there, the charge. And now you can see when someone armors through stuff, they glow red. And he tries it again, gets the punch, gets the knockdown, just like Street Fighter V. Oh, thank you, Genki Chomp, who says, thank you for your content, James. Appreciate it. Boom. And then drive rush in. So obviously this is going to be scary, right? So Zangief being able to drive rush off of knockdowns is where things get scary, right? Because now he gets to pressure you here. But as you can see, he just basically gets a standing medium punch. We don't know if like light SPD is in range to grab at the situation here. But it's pretty scary. I mean, that dash makes him look like he goes low, but do we actually see it low profile anything? it could be the animation, but frankly, the hurt box could be up there. We'll keep watching to see if we see any evidence of that. So there's the body splash that Zangief has always had, and the headbutt. So he has the headbutt again. So what I'm guessing is this headbutt will probably be his green hand for the game again, and erase projectiles. Again, I know there's no green hand in any of these videos. A lot of people are like, where's my green hand? Dude, he's had the headbutt, which destroys fireballs. People didn't want green hand. I mean, they didn't want it for erasing fireballs. They wanted it to move Zangief forward and stuff. He's got Drive Rush here. Drive Rush strong. It's probably scarier than green hand, okay? But yeah, can combo off of it. Can chain off of his crouching light kick here. Gets 3 hits, but nothing more. Tries to walk up. Marisa counters him. And again, Marisa getting the counter hit. An interesting target combo over here. What is this target combo? Like standing heavy punch into some follow-up, but she gets a sweep. And what's interesting about this is that there's a little bit of this maybe... Let's see. No, okay. It's just that was the counter hit. So there's 2 counter hit messages on the screen, but they were 2 separate things because I thought maybe it was going to be like Fong and she got 2. The second hit was a counter hit, but no. Look at Zangief, dude. Look at Zangief. No, don't sweep me. Oh, but flattens you right away. So giving you almost free Oki. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, we don't know if that's going to be plus or not. I mean, look, MDC Jimmy, according to Forrest, says that he thinks Ryu absolutely destroys Gief in Street Fighter V. Everybody destroys Gief in Street Fighter V. Gief sucks in Street Fighter V, and the green hand wouldn't make him a better character. He needs a lot more. He needs a lot more, trust me. Giving him a green hand would not fix Zangief in Street Fighter V at all, unless he had the EX one that was the invul that knocks people down as the horizontal uppercut, which everyone knows I really freaking hate. In any case, gets the drive parry here, doesn't do anything else, backs off, and here's this move, that Marisa lunging punch that we've seen before. Zangief gets a perfect parry. Now this is important here. Punish counter, boom, spinning pile driver, push him away. Now we didn't get to see the full post animation. Look at this. Look at Zangief. He actually only finally gets up over there. Now it is an SPD, so it is a hard knockdown, so they have to get up in place. So you see Zangief, if he spends a bar, he can actually get into the opponent and pressure at least with the stand medium punch after an SPD. So he has to spend a bar going forward and then hitting a button, and hits Marisa out of something. She glowed green as well, so it's like she tried to drive rush as well or something and got hit. Yeah, you know, it is a green hand, right, Crownless King? So he gets this, and he gets the knockdown off of that medium punch, which is interesting. Drive rush does cause knockdowns when you do normals. That's how a lot of people can do combos off of drive rush and get juggles and stuff like that. So he gets the hard knockdown, and he immediately drive rushes again for pressure, and he has the knee hop. The knee hop, he uses it and fakes, and she tries to block, and then EX SPD, and we've got some damage. I mean, that's a pretty beefy chunk of damage. I mean, how much did the previous SPD do here? Let's see. How much was the regular SPD here? Yeah, see, look at that. That's not great. Now, I don't know, is that a light SPD? Is that a heavy SPD? Not sure. Not sure which one he did. Not sure what the difference is between them. But yeah, using resources to get in, I think this is completely fair, right? Because he used 2 drive rushes and EX, and now he's at 2 bars, right? So he's putting himself at risk in this situation to potentially be, exhausted here. And you see the big damage on the EX. No, the drive parry SPD isn't going to change any damage on that one. No, remember that was post Perfect parry. Yeah. So it should be the same. I don't think it should change anything. But then, okay, he tries to drive rush in again. Wow, this Zangief is brave. But again, EX SPD doesn't seem to give him any better anything. But he tries to drive rush after dashing. She just kicks him in the face and knocks him down over here. She has a charge up normal as well. We've seen that before. Playing a little bit of footsies here. And then they both drive rush, but Marisa got in first. And then does the... Oh, God, this command throw... Like, you're dead. Like, even Zangief, man. Like, she does this to Zangief, and you're like, okay, Zangief might be able to take this. He's in pain. She does this to Manon, and, you know, Manon is dead. Manon is dead, dude. Like this, like if she does this to Lily, Lily is dead, dude. That's just what it's gonna happen. Like that's it. Like this command throw. Oh, but I just love the kick over there, and it looks like Marisa even has way more pressure after her command throw than Zangief would. And let's see how much damage this did. Actually, let's see how much damage this command throw did from Marisa. Okay, that's actually a decent chunk. It was more than the SPD, less than the EX. Kicks you away, but she definitely looks like she can drive rush right back in there. So her command throw is going to be hella scary. And then Zangief just walks. Oh, Zangief looks so sad. No! Look at Zangief. No, during the beta forest, we had confirmed that there's no guts. See you later, Guts. I will not be missing you. Hopefully, it stays that way. Because Guts sucks. Guts is a terrible, terrible mechanic. Just give people more health. Seriously. Although, I think in this game, also, it seemed like everybody had the same health. If I'm not mistaken. I can't remember now. I don't remember if they had different health or not. But we'll see. Guts was how the damage reduction as it got closer to death. Right. So in Street Fighter V, when you got drained below 50%, you took 95% damage. When you got drained below 70%, you took 90% damage. And when you got drained below 85%, you took 70% damage, if I'm not mistaken, is how it works. So it was 100, 95, 90, and then 70. Or 75, something like that. So, without Guts, it'll be more obvious if it will kill. I don't know. Still happens in games without Guts. Dude, I love the... Dude, I gotta turn on the volume for this, just so you guys... And then put the speed to normal, because her wind scream is amazing. I love it. I love it. We got to listen to that again. Victory! And now, one more time. Victory! These are the English voice actors. Yes, this is the English version. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then in round number 2, Zangief goes, what? This is not a jump. This is not a jump. Is this a special move? Does he have a special move that just takes him completely off the screen? Zangief had to return to his home planet? Like, oh, I must return to my home planet. What? And Zangief was never heard from again. Like, what is this, dude? Does he have, like, some sort of... I don't know. Like, this is crazy, but he comes down with this drop kick that just knocks over... Well, it is counter hit, so who knows? But it's actually a drop kick, because after he's done, he bounces off. Does the drop kick over there, and it just wall splats Marisa, like, pow, thunk. Counter hit, and then he drive parries for no reason. Probably tried to drive rush and messed up. which is actually evidence that these might not actually be choreographed. It might just be they're recording the matches and just picking the best one. Because he messed up his drive rush, because I have done that 1,000,000 times. But see, that's the thing, is it doesn't look, I mean, his jump is not that high. Like, his jump is not that high. Zangief doesn't jump off the screen. This is something different. This is something different, but this could also be an anti-fireball move, right? So if you predict the fireball, maybe you do it at the right time. You can kick someone in the face. But he messes up here, then goes for the drive rush, and he comes in with the charge heavy punch and misses. And then here's that heavy kick. So again, this is a punish counter. So it might be different on normal hit, but on punish counter, it ground bounces, and then he gets this close strong where he just like chops you. And I mean, this looks like Jack, right? I mean, this literally looks like Jack from Tekken, where he does the boom kind of thing, and launches up. And it looks like he might be able to get, he does get juggles. We'll see that a little bit later. But instead, he uses it to go in for pressure here. Plus frames right there. And so he just goes for the SPD. Now, interestingly enough, this SPD does a lot more damage than the previous SPD. So was the previous SPD the light version, and this one's the heavy version? And if that's the case, what's the difference? Is it the range that's the difference? Is the heavy one not going to connect as easily? And he does look a little farther away, right? Like, does it look farther away, or does it look the same? I'm not sure. So, like, let's go look at this first one off of the parry over here. Where does he get this here? Here we go. So this one here, not as much damage. And no, he's just as far. So he's just as far. So it could be a speed, a range. It's got to be a speed or a range thing. It's got to be a speed or a range thing. Did they confirm that perfect parry scales damage? If that's the case, then that might just be it, that it was the perfect parry that scaled the damage then. If that's what they said, okay, so if that's actually the case, then where's this? Where were we? We were over here. Yeah, so here we go. Boom. Okay. So there you go. Perfect parry scaled that damage. So it was probably the heavy SPD both times then. Okay, so it's the same. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to go. But there we go. Armor, as you can see here, saying, oh, if you're going to try to do that dash strong thing to me again, I'll armor through it. Armor break you. Wait, what did she armor break? What did she armor break? Oh, he tried to activate something. I don't know what he activated, but he got punched out of it. Oh, he tried to drive parry, I think, because I saw a little bit of that green. Okay. Pow. Armor break. Marisa gets in here, gets the jump in, and says, oh, you know what? Oh, I don't, like, her command throw, like, she can do it after the parry stance. But the last time she did it, did she do the parry stance at all at the end of round one? At the end of round one, she gets this command throw over here. I don't remember her going into the parry stance here. So, YouTube, are you okay? Here we go. So she does short. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the parry stance into the command throw. There it is. So she does dash up, short, parry stance. So there you go. You see the parry stance right there. It is not an EX despite the glow. It's just a cool effect, like how she uses the gold power and then she does grab you. So no matter what, her command throw always does have to start off with the... Oh, that was funny. That was a funny cut right there. So she, yeah, same thing. Parry stance into the command throw. Pow! I mean, they should put in the effects, because the effects help a lot, dude. It makes the games much more presentable and easier to watch. So interesting. So from there, she does a parry into a low kick. So she has a bunch of options. So even though she has a command throw, it's not an instant command throw. She always has a slight tell. So she does this parry stance. We've seen that absorb moves. And then she goes for a low kick option. Good block by Zangief. And then Zangief has this really funny, like, wrestling target combo. What do you do where? Where do you talking about the neutral jump? Yes, Marisa is a chick, and it's awesome. I love it. I love it. So here we go. Choppity, choppity, chop. Knockdown, and he gets to drive rush in there, but since it's not a hard knockdown, you can see that she's able to roll backwards, so it didn't look like Zangief could get as much pressure. Then he just gets punched in the face. Because it was a counter hit, she linked, but failed or confirmed. And then, see, there's just the regular drop kick, right? This is not the super giant flying drop kick. And the super flying drop kick kicked with his face facing forward like his normal standing heavy kick. Yeah, the helmet hair is definitely the part that I know a lot of... Look at the jiggle on Zangief. Look at the jiggle on his chest when he gets jabbed over here. He's got the body fat going here. Wow. And then just drop kick, catched her before she jumps. And then the beautiful arm slap here. I love the sound effects, dude. Marisa has a Magneto palette. That would be hilarious. All right, here we go. Charges up that fierce punch, gets a counter hit, knocks down, rushes in. Now, interestingly enough, she did not do the back roll. She did the quick rise, it looks like, yeah. And then he just goes straight into super here. And this super animation is so good. And she's just like, writhing in pain, while he just prances around, and then boom, kick. Again, I love this Zangief face here. Oh, I love the Zangief face. Yo, bam. And it looks like it might almost put him into the similar frame data situation as the regular SPD. And now Marisa jumps in, again tries to go for the throw, regular throw, but gets drop kicked. And see, this is what I mean. Look at Zangief's jump, dude. Zangief doesn't jump that high. What the hell is going on with that crazy drop kick? Oh, the rotation axis is around Zangief, which implies he is much more massive than his victim. That's actually kind of fun. That's kind of funny. And so there we go. There's this launch into this combo. So he gets this counter hit, the wall splat, and then he gets to launch him into the lariat. And again, does the EX lariat. We have no idea what EX lariat does. Here we go. Hooria! Boom. I'm assuming this is his regular throw, but again, the beautiful animation, how he actually grabs the arm, it's an actual wrestling move right here, and then bam. Oh yeah, the air super after that, perhaps, yeah, strong into air super might work. And then he gets up, tries to come in for pressure, and then she punches him from behind, and then goes into super. And we had never seen the ending of the super, but goddamn, I love the flex on this. Look at this flex, dude. Dude, look at that flex, dude. Oh, pow. Yeah, we had never seen the true... No, don't punch me into my face. Pow. All right, I'll punch you on the chin. Boom, into the wall. And we saw this part where she walks up and just like punches you like this, right? And then all the trailers would end at this point. But again, I just, look at this. Look at this. Pow. But then she like twists her hand on you and like, yeah, like, I've got your nose. She steals your nose, basically. And then What happens here? What she draws a heart on your face. Is that what she's doing? Like his eyes are closed, his nose is smashed in, and she draws a heart on your face. Is that what happens here? She uses her fist to draw a heart on your face. Interesting. And then she does the lunging kick and Zangief Tundra Storm. Of course they had to finish it off with Tundra Storm. Blam! Oh, man. Yeah. Scarga says, I feel like the devs had that ending just to spite all the Zangief players. Yeah. Dude, Zangief he looks fun. He looks fun. He might be one of my mains at this point. So, yeah, his scars do look really good. The scars actually look like scars for once, right? The scars actually look like scars. Ugh. What, not going to the dark side, Bun Gun. Returning to the light is what I am doing. Zangief has been one of my main characters since the very, 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 very beginning. What's up? Hello to Jamaica. Hello from Jamaica, says Kareth Paka. And there we go. So that's Zangief and Marisa. But then we also got this announcement as well. Rounding out the commentators to 8. Giving 2 main commentators for English and Japanese. 2 color commentators for English and for Japanese. And the color commentators, you can see one of them is like the more serious one, and the other one is the more like tangentially related one, I guess, you know, because we've got Thea Trinidad now. And then, actually, to be fair, the other Japanese color commentator is more the comedic one. But we have the actress Hikaru Takahashi here. When Street Fighter 3 first came out, Alex was my first main, yes.
高橋ひかるです。よろしくお願いします。さあ、どっちが勝つんでしょうか。心理戦にも注目していきたいです。
The mind games play out, she says.
いいのが入りましたね、今。いいよいいよ。
Keep at it.
いやー、頑張れ。
Come on, hang in there. I'm surprised they didn't show a line of her saying, you gotta watch out for when the opponent is cornered.
こっちが緊張する。
Cut the tension with a knife.
いやー、ここ気が抜けないですね。出た SE 技。
Super art.
しっかり倒しきりましたね。どっちが勝つのこれ。いやもう頑張って。うわ、これは痛い。いいんじゃないですかこれ。いけそうですよ。この場面でいい感じに溜まっております。ゲージが。なんかもうすごいことになってるよ。決まっちゃいましたね。
Heart face again.
最高の試合でした。いやもう2人とも天才す
And
ぎ。
then the greatest win pose ever.
天才すぎ。
Love this win pose. So yeah, if people are wondering, I actually did bring up her Wikipedia already. Takahashi rose to fame after participating in the 14th Japan Baishoujo contest in 2014, in which she won the Grand Prix amongst 80,131 applicants. What the hell is the Japan Baishoujo contest? Becomes Japan Baishoujo. Many winners have careers related to popular culture. So, I guess it's just like a Miss Japan kind of thing. So, she starred in a commercial by Japanese Consumers Cooperative Union and Yoyogi Seminar. She starred in the drama film Jinsei no Yakusoku. On December 13th, she was appointed Public Relations Manager of Shiga Prefecture. On October 13th, she was appointed the Ambassador for Hiei Shrine. On January 23, 2016, she attended the Shiga Lake Biwa Rainbows Luck Festival as ambassador of Shiga. During the 41st Hochi Film Award, she was nominated Best New Artist for starring in Jinsei no Yakisoku. On December 8th, she participated in Oscar Promotions' annual kimono photo session. In February 2017, Takahashi moved to Tokyo with her mother. On March 4th, she attended the one-day event Shiga Award at the Aqua City Odaiba. On April 19th, she was chosen winner of the second Black Hair Beauty Award organized by Yanagiya Honten. So she's been in a few movies. It looks like in 2022, she was in a movie called Mr. Osomatsu. And then been in a bunch of TV shows as well. So it seems like she is just a famous actress. And now she is being, you can see here, they've added her credits, video games, appearing as herself, basically. So, how old is she, Forrest asks? She is 21, will turn 22 this year. Will turn 23 this year. So there you go. Yeah, so she's just an actress that they threw in here. But on top of that, though, this video has more footage. This video has more footage to be analyzed over here. So let's take a look at this really quick, because while we're watching this whole thing, Cammy and Lily are going at it here. We see the drive parry on the attack from Lily. I'm not sure which Lily. Oh, that's her drive impact, it looks like. And then Cammy drive parries that. And then they rush at each other, trade. And then there we go, Cammy confirming. Wow, crouch fierce, drive rush into stand fierce into DP. Now, was that the charge DP or is this the regular DP? That's the regular DP, because you don't see the big orange sparks charging. So what that means that is her DP really is just a drill now. She's just a drill. It's not, the cannon spike is very different now. It's not, she just doesn't do the old cannon spike animation anymore, interestingly enough. And then here we go. Whoa, what was that the spin knuckle she was trying to do? The EX Spin Knuckle armor. EX Spin Knuckle has 2 hits of armor. And then loses to the 3rd hit. EX Spin Knuckle. I mean, I don't know if that's the I don't think that's the drive. Is that the drive impact? Oh, you're right. It is. Okay. Now, she's done the Spin Knuckle before. We've seen the Spin Knuckle. We've seen the Spin Knuckle before. She was using it in combos. I wonder if they just changed that to like towards heavy punch or something like that. Interesting. But yeah, she loses there because of the 3 hits. Gets hit by the low, and there's the DP from Lily. Yeah, see right there. There you go, Spin Knuckle. So she has the Spin Knuckle just as a special move. Fierce into Spin Knuckle. Boom. Tried to jump away, got hit. I like Cammy's walking animation. She seems more like an assassin, although I will say it's very Nina-like. She definitely has much more of a Nina-like walk and a stance, right? Like more of the kind of assassin spy kind of thing. And then blocks the jump in, blocks the poke, gets a throw. Bam, takedown. That is a CQC throw, man. They gave her a massive CQC throw. Blam, like that. And then, trade. Both of them get knocked down there. There's the charged hooligan and just gets destroyed by Lily's crouching heavy punch into the DP. There's fierce into the super. This is just her level 1 super, where she just does the spin drive smasher. Yeah, close quarters combat, CQC. And then it switches over to Zangief and Marisa. So we have a little bit more here. There's the drive impact again. Marisa doing the jumping punch and then getting EX SPD. Splat. We've seen a lot of this already. Well, what was the start of that actually? What was going on there? Oh, she's doing the parry stance and then into a punch. Or that might be the throw. So that might be the throw whiff right there. That might be actually the throw whiff. Boom. But there's no HUD. Otherwise it probably would say punish counter there, but we don't have a HUD. So there's that headbutt, and look, the EX lariat can hit twice, so it just hit twice over there, and he definitely gets pressure afterwards too. Look at that EX lariat hitting. He's got all the time in the world to pressure, even if she rolls back. So the EX lariat might be just one of those things that you use as a combo extension to actually get more pressure. Forgot to full screen this. Tech hit the throw, land whiff. There's a running bear grab. Interesting. So he does have the running bear grab. We have seen the Siberian suplex before. But there's Marisa, neutral jump punish, slam you to the floor. The drive rush juggles. Like I said, the drive rush turns moves into knockdowns. And then, of course, Marisa, we saw this armoring through Zangief. Plow. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. You might just be able to throw the parry stance straight up, to be honest with you. You might just be able to throw it straight up. But then Marisa and the best win pose ever. Oh. I shall take this fallen warrior and give him a proper burial. There you go. So that's some more footage over there. And then lastly, there was also the Capcom Spotlight, which I'm not going to go through too heavily. It's mostly information that we have before.
A new era of fighting games is upon us.
So we'll just watch through. Why is she Scottish? Hi, I'll be blasting you with my sun fist.
2023. This is the latest edition of the series that redefined the genre. In addition to Fighting Ground, where the pinnacle of genre-defining battles take place.
So this is the craziest thing. We don't know anything about Fighting Ground yet. We haven't seen Fighting Ground. They haven't teased anything about Fighting Ground. We're just assuming that it's ranked mode. So if it's just ranked mode, is it just going to be a bunch of menus, or are they actually going to try to make ranked mode a little more enjoyable than just sitting there watching your ranks go up and down? I'm really curious about Fighting Ground because they have hinted in the past that all three modes in the game, World Tour, Battle Hub, and Fighting Ground, are really, really robust. And we haven't seen anything from Fighting Ground yet. So right now, in my mind, Fighting Ground is just a bunch of menus and stuff like that. I gotta see what's happening.
Street Fighter 6 includes World Tour, an immersive single-player story mode, and Battle Hub, an online social space reminiscent of arcades.
And I really think it's cool that, they keep talking about trying to make it social and reminiscent of arcades. I've often said fighting games are about social, is a social game genre. And so I really do like that they're trying to promote that. I think it's just the menus. I think you're going to access it from Fighting Hub. Right. So here's the thing. In the Battle Hub on the demos, we were able to turn on ranked. I personally feel like that was just a kludge put into the beta to give people access to rank. I have a funny feeling you probably can't actually access rank from Battle Hub normally, because the weirdest thing about it was when you're in Battle Hub and you waited for a ranked match, you weren't allowed to do anything. You couldn't sit down at a machine. You couldn't do anything. You just had to stand there or run in circles, which seems really, really terrible. So I really don't know if ranked mode is actually going to be accessible from Battle Hub, and that they just put it in the demo just to test out ranked mode without actually showing a lot of Fighting Ground. Fighting Ground might be arcade modes and offlines. I'm not sure. I thought Fighting Grounds was supposed to be the versus stuff, but we'll see. I mean, of course, social gives you an opportunity for bad interactions. You try to limit it as much as possible, but again, also, you still got to have something like that. So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
There are a number of new ways to play beyond just fighting. Today we'll introduce the final color commentator included in the game.
Now that we know our stage,
Please enjoy this video.
So they show this video that we just went through already.
Johnson, you're fired.
Ads.
Friday. Well, you've taken.
Alright, so let's skip this because we saw this already. Here we go.
Japanese actress Hikaru Takahashi.
So yeah, she rounds out
joining
all
the
the
fray.
commentators here, as you can see here. Commentators
Japanese
being
actress
Aru and Kosuke Hiraiwa for the Japanese play-by-play commentators, and Vicious and Tasty
Hikaru
Steve.
Takahashi is joining the fray, bringing our
And then, oh god, I'm wearing the same shirt as I have in this picture here. H.E. Demon and Thea Trinidad, Hikaru Takahashi, and myself here
lineup of play-by-play
as the color commentators. It says play-by-play commentators up there, but we are the color commentators. Yeah, no yipes, but we'll see. I mean, again, I'm hoping what happens is that if this feature becomes very popular, that, you know, they start adding more and more commentators, right? Because we definitely need that. And like literally, I joked about this with someone else who suggested him, but Ken Bogard needs to be one of the commentators. And as soon as you pick him, you're not allowed to pick the color commentator. The color commentator is just Ken Bogard again, and he just does both of them at the same time in French. Like, I think that's how it
and
would
color
have to work.
commentators to a total of 8. Real-time commentary matches the in-game action and brings the competitive thrill and excitement straight to your
Not like this, not like this.
home. Subtitles for real-time commentary.
So this is cool. So we've got English, French, German, Italian, Spanish. I'm assuming that's Russian. Is that Russian right there? Russian, Polski. This is what? Polish, Portuguese, Korean. This looks like Chinese traditional, Chinese simplified, and Arabic as the commentators, as the alternate languages here.
Supported in 13
So that's
languages.
actually really cool. So even though they don't have commentators in other languages, putting the different the commentary subtitles in 13 different languages is really nice. Now, this
Real-time
was an
commentary.
interesting bit of footage over here that people have noticed, is that what is happening here? Here's a counter, and then JP counters, and what does he do? Instead of hitting you, he unleashes fireballs when he counters, and they chase Ryu, and he looks like he can trigger them to explode. Like, he's like, I will make them blow up, and then they launch Ryu out of the air. So, who knows what's going on over there? JP seems kind of messed up, but I'm all for it. I'm glad that they're making characters crazy like that. This might be the most Guilty Gear-esque character in a Street Fighter game ever.
Rally support.
This is funny too. I did not know about this, but you can actually change rally support so you can turn the commentators biased towards one of the players, which I think is hilarious.
And the commentators will cheer you on, creating a more personal experience. Street Fighter 6 launches on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S.
So
and
coming out to
Steam
all the
June
platforms
2nd,
on June
2023.
2nd.
Pre-orders are now available, along with a limited number of pre-order bonuses.
Oh yeah, Hello Kitty. That's what I mean by traditional and simplified. It's just the written. It's just going to be written as traditional or simplified. So
See the official website for details. We'll have more Street Fighter 6 updates at a later date.
Steam was listed there, Frazzled Cat. So they listed Steam, so that's Windows right there.
Capcom Pro Tour 2023 invites
And they
players
announced
around the world to compete to be the best.
This is where they announced the $1 million again.
We're
in
also
case you
proud
guys
to
missed
announce
it.
the 2023 season will feature Street Fighter 6. To celebrate the game's release, there will be a special prize package this season. The first place winner of Capcom Cup will receive $1 million.
Now, I hope that doesn't necessarily mean that the following years won't have $1 million. Because, I mean, obviously they hope that the Pro Tour is big enough that they can keep affording that. But obviously the language here sounds like that this is special for the first year and might not be maintained through the following years. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, again, like Kelvane says, it depends on if the scene grows.
The total prize pool for the season will be over $2 million.
Over $2 million. Woo!
Next, we'd like to share some exciting Capcom news.
Is that the end of it? Oh no, there's a little bit more here.
Capcom celebrates its 40th anniversary this June. As part of the
Capcom.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh, I see. There's something about
Resident Evil RE-verse. Exoprimal, and use the online.
Are they gonna have their own Capcom ID like EA does and stuff?
You can use this account with other Capcom services and campaigns, such as a survey about today's Capcom Spotlight. We'll release more titles and services compatible with Capcom ID soon. Register now for Capcom ID. Well, 2023. Please see this. We're planning to
ask him what
this June. As part of the celebration,
music.
We're opening a digital theme park.
I'm not sure. Oh, we're digital theme park called Capcom Town.
Is required to play Resident.
Okay. Anyways, that's neither here nor there in any case. So there you go. But that's all the Street Fighter stuff that we've gotten today. And again, I mean, I don't even know how to summarize this anymore. It's just the same thing I say every single time. I can't wait for this. Zangief looks super sick. I can't wait to play Zangief. And like I said, I'm definitely going to make sure that this time when I play Street Fighter 6, I'm not only going to have one main. I'm going to try to make sure I have 3 mains in this game so far. And it seems like it's going to be Kimberly, Cammy, and Zangief. I'm not going to get trapped on one, so I can switch off between them in case some of them are good or bad. Yeah, we've only got less than 3 months left, Lord Skull. I hope they do another beta because I feel like we need to smash those matchmaking servers to make sure the matchmaking servers can handle all the people. But we're running out of time. It's tough, so we'll see. We'll see what happens if that's actually going to go down. One of the nice things, Acid Drops, though, is that you're going to have separate points for the characters. At least that's what they said. So, you know, it's easier to just be like, I'll play this character today and not destroy your points from the other character. So you'll be willing to spend more time learning the character, not worrying about killing your virtual points. You know, the virtual points, which really don't mean anything. So yeah, nobody's heard anything about an open beta. I would hope, like I said, I would hope there is one so that we can actually test out the matchmaking servers, but we're so close already. I just don't know if that's going to be happening at all, to be honest with you. So, but there you go. Street Fighter 6, as they said, June 2nd, new commentator. Characters look awesome. 18 characters at launch. All the characters look so interesting. Like, I made that list where I was like meh on certain characters, but now that I've seen more footage of Lily, now I'm like, maybe if she is just a grappler, maybe I might be interested in her. So we'll see. I mean, again, there's a lot of characters in this game that look very interesting to me. Zangief, because I just want to play that grappler life again. Cammy, because she's Cammy. And Kimberly, because she's actually a good version of Lucia. So that will make me happy. So those are probably the 3 characters I'm going to go with. But can't wait for this game. Can't wait for this game. And thank you guys for tuning in here for, again, usual spiel here at the end. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Keep an eye out on youtube.com/UltraChenTV as more videos will be coming out for these other beautiful topics over here. But for those of you on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. But for those of you who are ending your viewing of this for now, the day that this podcast graced your ears was the most important day of your life. But for me and Nathan,
it was Tuesday.